Hello, my friends, fellow artists, curious people. I just cut out a part before this video where I was just like, hello, my friend. It looked like, I was selling something on TV, the old style sales on TV. Hello, just hello. Some time ago I recorded a video and wrote an article about my creative process and when I connect to intuitively and energetically to people and to their emotion, and then I paint from that space. And I haven't mentioned how I do it technically and how I paint. And the other day, talking about that with a friend of mine, she was very fascinated about my splats and my color dripping and dropping and messing around, and she asked me why I do it, how I do it, and so I decided to share this with you as well. If you notice my paintings, all my paintings, or most of my paintings, if you didn't see, just go to rentonsroom.com, you'll see them all. Most of my paintings include splats element, include color which is just dropping down because it's very wet, and it includes a lot of elements which are kind of not controllable. That's the thing. I can't control them. When you do a splat, when you throw some color in your painting, once I was blowing my nose and I just had the intuition, the vision, or the craziness to take this napkin, put it in some white color and throw it in my painting. When you do that, you don't really know what's gonna happen. You hope it's gonna happen something cool. You hope it's gonna come what you have in mind, but you really don't know. When you take some very watery color and you put over your painting and you start to twist it around or throw it in the air, you just don't know. And that's what fascinates me. This started because when I used to do stencil work, stencil, you can take one stencil, you cut it, and then you can do 10 times the same portrait. Maybe you can use different colors, but it's still the same portrait 10 times. And I didn't like it. I love to do stencil, but I didn't like they were so the same. So I decided to add some uniqueness. And then when I started to splat and throw color over, so each stencil in some way was unique because I couldn't repeat the same splat twice, even if it was cool. I could try, but it will never be the same. So then I took that into my portraits and my abstract work, but now I don't really do it only for that. I do it because of the adrenaline, because I can't control. I just need to let go and do it. And that part is the fact I cannot control. It creates a lot of tension because I could spoil a very good work. In fact, the creative process for me involves, I connect energetically, emotionally, whatever. Then I paint, and usually I paint not completely clean because it's not my style, but I paint something which is clean enough. You can recognize the person, it has the details that has to be there. And then toward the end, at a certain point, I know it. There's a voice in my head which tells me it's time. And when it's time, I just let go and take the color, the watery color, and I start to mess around. And in that moment, the tension raised. The highest is the quality of my painting, the better are looking the eyes, the more the expression is cool, and whatever it is, the more is the tension, because I feel like, oh my God, what if I spoil those nice eyes? And I have to be honest, sometimes I get so crazy and so into that I take some cardboard and maybe I cover some parts that I think they have not to be touched. But most of the times I just let go and I see what happened. And this gives me a lot of adrenaline, but also a lot of satisfaction. Because, what they say, I learned in the time that within each person there is a feminine side and a masculine side. So it doesn't matter you are a man or a woman, still you have a masculine and a feminine. The feminine side is the one more connected to emotions, is the one that receive usually. The masculine side is more connected to action, passionate action, And while in the first part of my painting I receive, in some way I connect to emotion or to the person and I receive and I paint from that space, the final part is more action. And so in some way I complete myself. So I complete the painting, but I complete myself because I allow my feminine to come up and do its part, and then I allow my masculine to come up and do his part. And I also love it because I not only feel complete, but I really feel I let go. I feel that freedom and that satisfaction that comes when you are one with yourself and one with your art, and you simply just paint and let the color coming out. Literally, sometimes I just put music, loud music, and I paint. To the time I'm pissed off and I throw things off my painting. Sometimes I throw the painting, so once I throw it, it's something else fall over, and it's just like, oh my God, I took this, I ruined a masterpiece, and instead it was something different, but nicer, unique. And that's fundamentally is just art. This is a bit so I do it for the adrenaline, I do it because it's fun, I do it because when I look at the painting that before I add the splats and this stuff I cannot control, it looks cool, but it doesn't look complete. It looks like I'm holding it back. And when I add this final part is where I really let go and I push my art farther and farther, I push myself farther. And eventually I do it because I feel complete. Because when I finish, I look at it and say like, that's really me out there. That's really my creativity out there. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it looked better before and I fucked it up. I accept that, but I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with myself and I love it. And this is all. If you're curious, if you have questions, comments, just send me a message, an email, or ping me on the social media. Write a comment, down, up, right, depending on where I'm gonna upload this video. Anyway, just get in touch. And I love to discuss my creative process, to discover other people's creative process. I know I'm not the only one adding splats, so if you do as well, why you do it, in which way you do it, do you try to control them or you're fully let go? I don't know. Let's just have a chat. I'd love to hear as well. So for now, I'll see you soon. Ciao.